right, congratulations. We are live. Hello, everyone. Sorry I missed you last week. I'm really thrilled to be back this week, though. Who do we got in here? We got Jumpin' General and Low One Bow 2 and Cyclonus. How do you do, Cyclonus? Hello, Pendragon Designs and RTD1 and Nyquist and Rob Vegas and Peep Show Menagerie and Nyquist again, even though I said your name already. But hello again. Hello twice then. Hi. Yes, I have stuff. There's stuff to talk about. Yeah, and one of them is the selfie image that I've got there. We have a few things to talk about. Hello, Fire Crotch. Hello, Agent Chuckles. Hello, Peter Ang. Hello, Jeffrey. Hello, Matt and other Matt. How do you do? 2 Matts in a row. Since we met last, there was PulseCon and a ton of announcements, and I have them written down here. So we're gonna go over those. So there's a ton of news. Hello, I'm sorry, and Nyquist and Garcia Gung Fu. Wow, I'm really, me no talk good. Sorry. I have news, and I actually have a little bit of exclusive news. I don't know, maybe exclusive anyway. But I know stuff. I was given some insider information, so we'll get to that here in a minute. Hello, Dave. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I'll start out by saying it's Tuesday, as most of you know. So that means there's a new Half the Battle video, so go check out Timmer's video. His video is about Morbius. Remember, we are in October, so it is Monster Month. So check out Timmer's video, and always check out Timmer's videos on Tuesday. I always do. Hello, Lester, and anybody else. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up and say hello to everybody, but you guys sneak in. I have so much. Hello, Bob's Dungeon. We have so much to do today. Let me give you a preview. For those of you who are here early, and we did start early. No reason to wind your watch. We did start early. I thought I'd try to do an extra half hour since I missed last week. So I just wanted to start a little bit early just to have a little extra time, so some extra hangout time. Let me show you what we got to do in this half hour, or hour and a half, this extra half hour. I got stuff at the P.O. Box, so we have P.O. Box stuff to open. I will remind everybody that it is much more difficult for me to get to the P.O. Box. I'm actually not conveniently located near it. Hello, Cyclonus. Hello to you as well. I'm not going to change the P.O. Box because I don't want to have a new address. I want people to be able to still send stuff to the same place. But if you're thinking of sending something to the P.O. Box, be aware it's taking me much longer to check it. So it may be a while. So sorry about that. But I did check it on Saturday, and we got a little bit of stuff. So we've got that. So we're going to be opening all of that. And I've got other stuff to open. I've got other oh, wow. Where's it? Oh, hold on. I forgot something. There's something else that I got over the weekend, and it's not here. Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. Where's my Be Right Back sign? I thought I had my Be Right Back sign here. Anyway, I'll be right back. Hang on 1 second. Wait, hold on. So, pardon me. So I was at the Vintage Toy Mall, and most of the G.I. Joe stuff they had, I already have. That is the challenge now in collecting G.I. Joe vintage stuff and modern stuff, is that a lot of the stuff that they have, I already have. Or it's just stuff that I don't really need, is outside the scope of my collection. But they did have the classified Cobra officer, and I didn't have this one. So I got this, and I did open it up, and I looked inside, and I really should have... Hello, Stonegate Creations. I really should have checked somebody else's review video on it, because the accessories are a little confusing to me. So, but anyway, I'll open that up. So we've got that to check out. I also... So here's the thing. Some of you in here, I believe, are G.I. Joe fans. You may recognize this guy. This is Bazooka. He has this number 14 jersey. That is the old Patriots jersey, and number 14 was the quarterback, Steve Grogan, from 1975 to 1990. He wasn't the starting quarterback that whole time. They had, Tony Eason come in. But for a long time, Steve Grogan was a local hero to New Englanders. So what I got was a starting lineup, Drew Bledsoe. And he has a helmet that ought to fit this guy. Now, I did get another Drew Bledsoe starting lineup, and I already opened that one. But I'm going to open this one. These things are incredibly cheap. I used to joke that these starting lineup toys, the only way they will ever be valuable is if you just fill a warehouse full of them and then burn it to the ground. And then whatever's left, that'll be worth something. But that's not entirely true. Some of the early series starting lineup figures are actually kind of collectible. But like this was incredibly cheap, and yes, I'm going to open it. So yeah, we're gonna put the helmet on Bazooka here. Now, it is the wrong helmet, right? Because this is the Flying Elvis helmet from, when did they change them? About 1991, 92, something like that. And with this jersey, he should have the old Pat Patriot helmet, which I don't have. But we're going to improvise here. We're going to put a helmet on Bazooka here. So I've got that. We're not done. For the first time in a long time, I actually found G.I. Joe at retail at a local Walmart. I found the retro Lady J. They also had the retro Baroness, but I already have the Baroness. So I was actually kind of happy to actually find something for the first time in like a year that I've actually found something new that I didn't already have. So we will open that, and just for comparison's sake, I do have the standard issue Lady J to compare and contrast. So we'll open those. And oh, hello, Christian Bricks. Thank you for the package, Christian. I did open the package in the last live stream. So I was hoping that you would be here so I could thank you for it. So I'll thank you for it now. Thank you very much. Greetings, Denmark from the United States. Always appreciate your support. Thank you so much. And one more thing. Oh, and Nyquist, the close. I'm actually not a completist on classified. There are a few that I don't have any problem letting go. But I have enjoyed the classified series a lot more than I thought I would. I really was reluctant to even start on the classified series. But I have to admit, once I actually started getting them, I ended up liking them a lot more than I expected to. Hello, Sparkster. Didn't see you come in there. Hi, Sparkster. Nice to see you. One more thing to open before we wrap up the show in about an hour and 15-ish minutes. I got another one of these micro figures here, one of these blind box figures, and we have an opportunity, we have a chance now to get a G.I. Joe. Last time we got a Ninja Turtle, we got Donatello. I was going to send that Donatello to Chris from Comic Tropes, because he's a Donatello collector, and I haven't yet because I forgot. Entirely my fault, but I actually still have it right there. So I will be sending that to Chris. I'm going to try to send it to Chris this week. But we have another opportunity here to get a micro G.I. Joe figure. So we're going to open this. I'll probably do that last. We'll do that at the last part of the show. So anyway, so we got a lot of stuff to open. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. I did. Oh, hello RTD1 and hello Ismail. How do you do? Thank you very much for being here. Let's start with this. Hello Rob Irizarry. How do you do? Let's start with this. I got some information from a source that I can't mention. It is a source that is outside of the Hasbro hierarchy and outside of the G.I. Joe brand team, but it's information about who is getting the license for G.I. Joe and Transformer comic books. I'll just go ahead and tell you. Apparently, it's been rumored, and in the near-ish future, it should be announced. It will be Robert Kirkman's Image imprint Skybound. They will be getting the G.I. Joe and Transformers license. Although my source made me swear not to tell where I got it from, I consider this a pretty reliable source. So, we should have more G.I. Joe and Transformer comics. What they're going to do I have no idea. Yes, Rob, that's correct. But I have no word on what specifically they plan for those titles. But that's what my source is confirming. So there you go. Given how much Larry Hama has worked on it, of course, I always hope that Larry is able to continue and carry on and do it in some capacity. I mean, he's committed enough to G.I. Joe that, I mean, he's earned the right to keep to keep going if he wants to. But I have no idea about that. I just got from a source that I believe would know that's where it's going. Yeah. And yes, it's Ragtime Rob. Ragtime Rob. Why do I keep calling you Ragtime Rob? Rob Irizarry. Always nice to see an Irizarry in here. So that's that. That's the new. Well, that's some of the news. That's the exclusive news. So last week I was going to talk a lot about the stuff that was announced at PulseCon because, that's important to a lot of people. And then I ended up not doing the live stream last week. So now everything that I wrote down here about PulseCon is old news. So I have plenty of old news to talk about. Hello, James, a.k.a. Ratface. Nice to see you. Thank you very much for being here. So I guess I can go through this. I guess I can go through this. There were a lot of new characters announced, new figures announced, and also some digital models of some that they had already announced before. Does your source's first name begin with a D? It does not. It does not. So there are 3 characters that they announced in name only. They do not have any digital renders. So for that reason, I don't care very much yet. I've decided that if they're announcing something that's gonna come out way down the road, then I will care about it way down the road. But they did announce that they will have a Snow Serpent, a Buzzer, and a female Cobra Trooper. Now, the female Cobra Troopers, at least in the 4-inch scale, have been very popular. So they need to give us a blonde and a brunette, so we can do Joe Colton and Mary Mercenary as female Cobra Troopers. I think that's essential. I think that's pretty much important. Only way you could screw it up is by not giving us a blonde and a brunette. But the Snow Serpent is a really that's going to be a really popular army builder. I'm a huge fan of the Snow Serpent, and they seem to be like getting through going through the Dreadnoks. They seem to be working up the Dreadnoks for us. So we've got Buzzer now, and I'm a fan of Buzzer. I like Buzzer. They had digital models of Rock and Roll, Bazooka, Torpedo, Copperhead, and Shipwreck. Bazooka, of course, this is the standard deco bazooka, the one that looks like this. They had previously done the Tiger Force bazooka. Rock and Roll was very interesting because it's sort of like a cross between the version 1 and version 2 figure. He has like a two-tone shirt, and that's an intriguing idea, kind of a compromise between having like the monochrome that they had for Breaker, but trying to freshen it up a little bit and make it a little bit more visually interesting. So yeah, he had some really good accessories. So you got Rock and Roll, we got Torpedo with some excellent accessories. We got Copperhead. Really funny that they're going with Copperhead. That's an interesting character to jump onto. Let's see. Pendragon. Talking about Rock and Roll's shirt. Yeah, they did the two-tone shirt, and I'm not real sure about it. I think I'll withhold judgment until I see the physical model. The digital render, it's I just don't know. With the thing about the original 13 figures, the 1982 Joes, is they were in large part very monochromatic. So it's a little bit tricky to pay homage to those classic figures, but also update them for the modern collector and for the 6" scale, because there is so much more that you can do at 6 inches than you can do at 3 3/4 inches. But I really liked Breaker. I thought Breaker was pretty nice. I really did. Copperhead, and then it had Shipwreck. They did show a digital render of Shipwreck, and apparently Shipwreck is going to have he's going to have a hairpiece with the hat and another hairpiece without the hat. And I don't know that I need Shipwreck without his hat. I mean, okay. It's difficult to come up with extra accessories for Shipwreck, right? Because he'll have the parrot, he'll have his hook thing, he'll have his pistol, his little pirate pistol, whatever. Oh, hello, Robert. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Hello, Sean, and anybody else who snuck in here. Hello, Robin. Thank you for being here. Hello, Tony. I think it's hard to come up with extra accessories for Shipwreck. So what they came up with is an extra set of hair, so you can put his hair on without the hat. I don't think I would ever display Shipwreck that way, but maybe somebody will. What that means though is you can take his wig off and you're gonna have a bald Shipwreck, and we know how good that looks because we saw that with Lady J. I think that's fantastic. Anyway, let's see. Hello, Jason. Nice to see you there. Yes, I agree, Jason, and hopefully, good things. Hello, Diana Davis. Nice to see you there. Thank you for being here. Hope the cat is doing well. Always want the animals to be healthy. I know we've got a cat that's been recuperating. Shipwreck should come with a saxophone and a plaid jacket. See, if you want to do extra accessories and you want to call back a classic animated episode, you do something like that. See, you do something like that. But I guess maybe for customizers. Hello, WWJD88. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. The wig is for midlife crisis mindbender. That's funny. So I guess for customizers, if you want to do something else with the hair, you could do something, because the hair will come off, I guess. So that creates some opportunities for customizers. I just don't think I personally will display Shipwreck without the Donald Duck hat. So they also had physical models for or updates. They had updates on the His Tank. They had physical models for the Gunner, Cobra Commander, and the color. I guess we will vote eventually. Vote on the color for the early bird figure. That'll be based on Ron Rudat's color studies. They had pre-orders and so forth. I was taking these notes as they went. So, hello, Jumpin' General. Nice to see you there. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, yeah, models. They had Marauders Barbecue. Before we go any farther, so apparently they're going to call the Marauders figures the Mad Marauders. Now, they have Sergeant Slaughter back, right? They have the license for Sergeant Slaughter, but this feels like something that the legal department has imposed on them, because I don't think that it was probably the first idea to change Slaughter's Marauders to Mad Marauders when you have Sergeant Slaughter. And I understand that. That sometimes the lawyers make you do that stuff, and lawyers are the worst. Lawyers are just awful. But my suggestion is, if you're in that predicament, just call them Marauders. Everybody shortens it to Marauders anyway. Doesn't need to be Mad Marauders. Just Marauders is fine. That's fine. No, you don't have to change it up. Just everybody calls them Marauders anyway. Hello, JLS Comics. Thank you very much for being here. It's nice to see everybody. It really is. It really is. I really missed you guys last week. I really did. Maybe another nation objecting to Slaughter in the way the UK did before. It could be exactly that. That very well may be. And looking at the ones that we got, they have all of the languages on here. They apparently do not update the packaging for international markets. So if there is a country that's not going to like them using the name Slaughter, then they just... that's where the lawyers say no. Hello, Toys Back Then. Nice to see you. Hello, Paul. Thank you for being here. Hello, Evan. I think it could be something like that, because they do have Sergeant Slaughter. They got him. But yeah, my suggestion, just call them Marauders. Marauders is fine. No need to complicate it. Marauders is good. Anyway, they also had the Crimson Bat. I know that some folks are really jazzed about that. I don't care too much about that. But they also have Falcon. They have the Standard Deco Outback, Cover Girl, and Serpentor. No, I did not get in on Serpentor. I didn't jump on it that fast. Next, they have the Selfie series. It's time for us to talk about the Selfie series. Hello, Jamelin Parks. How do you do? Wouldn't using his name be another royalty for him? Yeah, I would think so. But there may be some other legal reason that they're not able to do it. Selfie series. So here's the thing about Selfie series. I had set what I considered to be realistic expectations. Now, I knew that it wasn't going to be an exact likeness of the person getting the figure, but I felt like it would be close enough. They can do some amazing things with head and face sculpts nowadays. They can get a subject's likeness very sharp, very close, as evidenced by the Snake Eyes movie figures that are not anywhere near me. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. They could just be Marauders. so they can get likenesses really well, but when they are doing likenesses of actors, or whatever other model they're using, they're doing that in a studio. They're doing that with professional equipment. They're doing that with artists that are making sure that it is that everything is sharp and good. And they can't realistically do that with an app on your phone. And I get that. I did try it a few times, and the image that you're seeing right there so far is the best that I can get. I haven't ordered it yet. I would like to get the best possible visage before I actually order one. But so far, that's the best that I have been able to get, and that looks not a lot like me. A little bit. It does look a little bit like me. For those of you, I've seen some folks who are really happy with the figure that they got. They felt like it was a good likeness, and that's great. And I'm like that. That's awesome. I would like to be one of those people who is very satisfied with the likeness of the figure. So the way it works, you have the app, and you do it like that, and you turn your head, and then it analyzes it, and then you have to use their library of hairstyles and facial hair and skin colors and hair colors to fine tune it so that it looks more like you. And that's not a terrible idea in principle. The problem with that idea, I think, is that there aren't enough options to get these to resemble most people, I think. And I think that's my problem, is that there needs to be more hair color options. The hair grayness isn't quite right. There needs to be more facial hair options. The facial hair is not quite right. The shape of the head is actually pretty good. I was able to get one where the shape of the head is not too bad. But that's the closest hair, in my opinion, to my actual hair. And it's not parted on the right side, or on the correct side. It's not close enough to me to feel like I'm getting a figure of me. So, I'll try it. I'll see if I can get it a little bit closer. I still feel like I should go ahead and order one so that I can review it. I don't know if you've heard, but that's what I do on YouTube, is I review toys and action figures and stuff. So I should probably do that. Oh, hello, Codename New2Vera2. Codename New2Vera2 has some new videos, which I've been, unfortunately, too busy to share on the social medias, but check out Codename New2Vera2. Hello, and I hope you're doing well. Hope you're healthy and all that. So yeah, that's the issue that I have with it, and I think I will still end up ordering one because I want to actually see the physical item and see how close I can possibly get it. Hipster Santa Claus, yeah. See, but yeah, I will. I always prefer to reserve my opinions until I actually see the thing and actually have it in hand. Hello, Watson Joe Man at mine. Thank you for the super chat. Where the hell are the singing cats? You just missed them. They were just on. We had a whole thing, and you just missed them. So anyway, so that's my tentative opinion about the selfie series. We will withhold judgment, as I always do. I don't want to prejudge things. But my concern is that the technology just isn't quite there yet to do a selfie series that has a really sharp, good likeness of the person, and do it at $60. I think it was still $60. I think that may be. It may not be there yet, but I don't know. I want to wait. I want to get one. I want to see it, and just see how close we can get. But that's the selfie series. That's the selfie series. In addition to that, they had an ass ugly Nerf gun. So there's going to be a commemorative Nerf gun, and it's got like G.I. Joe on one side and Cobra on the other side. I am not a Nerf collector. Nerf collectors will probably want to jump on this for the exclusivity. I don't know from Nerf, so it's just not my thing. If anybody out there does know Nerf, you tell me if it's good or not. It certainly is loud. It's you can hear that thing coming a mile away. It's something. It's something. And then they had interviews with Larry Hama, and they had and Sergeant Slaughter, and I really enjoyed the Sergeant Slaughter interview. So the full interviews, they have those in separate videos. Take some time and actually watch those. Those are really nice, and it's cool that in the time allotted, they didn't have the time to actually show the whole interview, but you can watch them, and I think you can never go wrong with catching an interview from Larry Hama or Sergeant Slaughter. So that's the end of my notes. And it's by my clock 7:03. So right now we are at what would usually be the start point, and we've already been going for a half an hour. So that's the extra added value that you get from here. The exclusion comic will probably be most expensive down the road, not the actual toy. Yeah, that's actually quite possible, because if that's the only way you can get it, that makes sense. The Slaughter interview I thought was really good. I enjoyed that a lot. So that's the news. That's the news. I really should have like a teletype sound effect, for the bumper. So that was Les Nessman and the news. 5-time winner of the Buckeye News Hawk Award. Good day, and may the good news be yours. Hello, the truck reviewer. Nice to see you. Thank you very much here. Marketed as the Ninja Nerf gun. I don't know. I don't know from Nerf. Nerf gun comes with number 300 with a variant cover exclusive. Yes, that is true. And as Codename New2 Vera 2 pointed out, the comic may be a bigger draw than the Nerf item itself. Hello, Draws. Nice to see you. Hello, MCDJ ACDC. How do you do? Yes, we did start a little early because, that's me. I fly by the seat of my pants. I'm going to put I'm out of notes. I read all the notes already. So I'm going to put this over here. Oh, hey, look. I had to step away a second ago, and I was saying, where's my be right back sign? And it's right here. So we have stuff to open. Hello, Glenn. Thank you for being here. We have stuff to open. Once again, I did check the P.O. box, and we have P.O. box stuff to open. And then in addition to the P.O. box stuff, we have other stuff. So we'll do that. We'll do all that. Please don't fall. Thank you. Okay. So where was I? So I haven't seen Chris from Comic Tropes in here, but he's been in New York for New York Comic Con, so we may not see him. But I that's good because now he didn't see that I haven't sent off this Donatello yet. I'll send it. I'll send it soon. Hello, John Booth. How do you do? Nice to see you here. Big John, an 11-year-old son, Clay, who loves G.I. Joe. Hello, Clay. Thanks for being here. I'm glad you like the G.I. Joe. In fact, if you like the G.I. Joe, you came to the right place. So we did the news. We did a lot of news. I don't want to toot my own horn, but we did a lot of news. So I guess now it is time to open the boxes. I'm going to start by opening the P.O. boxes from the P.O. box. And I will remind everybody, I'm not able to check the P.O. box as often. Since I moved, I'm now not near the post office. I just can't make it there that often. I'm not going to change the P.O. box because I want to keep the same address. I don't want to cause any confusion to anyone, so it's just easier to keep the address. But just be aware, if you send anything, it's going to take me a little while to check it. But I did check it, and I have removed the identifying information from here, so I'm not going to broadcast anyone's home address on the internet. That would probably not be a good idea. This one, though, says, let's see, this says package 2, and says open this last, and this one is from the same person. So this must be package 1. I'm guessing this is package 1. The third package is from a different person. So I'm going to do this. Are we ready? Are you ready? Are you psyched? So thank you to everyone who sent stuff to the P.O. box. Once again, you do not have to send anything to the P.O. box. It's absolutely fine, especially now since I can't check the P.O. box as often. But if you do, what I will do is whatever I get, I'll open live on the air like this. I have not had the time to do like an unboxing video like I've done in the past, but I still want to show my appreciation for what you do and for your generosity. So I will do it in this way, at least for the time being. Hello, Space Cobra. Nice to see you there. YouTube didn't alert you to the stream. YouTube fails us again. Come on, YouTube. How are people supposed to see if you don't let them know that it's going? But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you made it. We did start it a little early. It started about a half hour early. So Tony's body is ready. I feel mine is too. So let's open this. I'm assuming this is package 1 since that's package 2. I do have my sharp thing in case, well, I didn't cut some of the tape for one. And in case there's anything inside that I need to open. I did cut the boxes open, but I haven't looked inside. In fact, I cut the boxes open just before we started here. So this, let me read this real quick. Okay, so this should be okay to read. It's from Diosoth. Thank you. Just sending a few items. This time, one duplicate you might be able to trade. 2 smaller items, some for your daughter. The third party continues. Lastly, an important item for your Cobra Commander cosplay. So thank you very much for that. I do keep these letters and the handwritten stuff that you send with your packages. I have those stored away, and I will keep those forever. So let's open this up. Actually, have a good spot for packaging here. Okay. There's never too much bubble wrap. You could send me like a huge box of bubble wrap with a little thing in the middle of it. That's fine. You know, you can never have too much. You never know when you're gonna need the bubble wrap. You know, so if somebody just sends you a box of bubble wrap, they're doing you a favor. Hello, JoeFan84. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Did I say hello to Thane Woods? If not, hello. Good evening. Let's. Okay, this appears to be the first item. Okay. Okay. We have some robots in disguise. This has got to be some of the yeah, this is third party Transformers. Now these are very interesting to me. I don't know as much about them, which is one of the reasons why it's so fun to get them, is because it gives me the opportunity to learn more about them. Yeah. Panzer Legion 5, and it's got instructions. It's got like how you transform them and whatnot. And I guess these combine, right? Yeah, I guess, yeah, they do. I don't know if maybe if we have time this evening. Yes, robots in disguise. If we have some time this evening, I don't know if we'll have time this evening, but maybe we can put these together and see the magnitude of the like look, there's his head. Just imagine that on a robot body. Thank you for that. Thank you for this. I'm going to be careful and not lose this. I'm going to carefully put this over here without spilling it. And let's see. Oh, this is for this says kiddo. So this will be for my daughter, I guess. I'm kind of a kiddo too. That is a knockoff of the Iron Factory Combaticons. That's kind of what I gathered. Okay, this is for... Oh yeah, no, she'd dig these. Oh, she'd like these. This is Pixar's WALL-E. So you've got WALL-E and Eve. She likes that movie. Oh, so she liked that movie. These are adorable. Look at that. That is. Look at it. I said, look at it. That's adorable. That's adorable. Also, this is kind of covering the microphone. Sorry about that. So I'm gonna put these with this again to not lose it. Thank you for that. She will like that very much. This is. Oh, this says spares. So let's see what this is. I might need my sharp object to open this, but maybe not. Or maybe so. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. Sharp thing. Sharp thing. See if I can use the sharp thing without slashing myself. Anybody sneak in here that I need to say hi to? I think I've said hello to all of those folks. It really is nice to see everybody. I always miss it when I have to skip a live stream. Oh yeah. I do have some of these. I don't remember if I had this Cobra Commander yet. But it's in like the pose from the version 1 card back. I dig that. I dig it, and I can never have too many Cobra Commanders, so that's cool. Yeah, I love that. Let's see. This says cosplay. What's the cosplay? Let's see. Oh, there's that. So yeah, this is I can tell immediately what that is. This is, let's see, hold on. That's MP5 Masterpiece Megatron. Left arm is broken off in the back. It will still clip on in both modes. Okay, cool. So I can still operate it. And he's got his scope. Not that I can put it on right. It helps if you can do it right, doesn't it? Anyway, something like that. Anyway, so anybody who crosses me better watch out. You know, there could be some serious trouble now. So yeah, that is freaking amazing. It's also freaking huge. This thing is like gigantic. It's substantial. So yeah, that's awesome. That actually could indeed be used for a Cobra Commander cosplay. could you be cosplaying both Cobra Commander and Megatron at the same time? Is that possible? Okay, this one's... okay, let's see what this is. Let's see. I'm working on it. Looks like we have more robots. I'm completely stealing Mike Irizarry's shtick. You know, Mike Irizarry is going to have me arrested for theft of his shtick. Alright, so we've got this one. Let's see. Don't recognize this character. Who could that be? I don't know. I'll have to think about it. He's got a sword. Could be Snake Eyes. You know, if he's got a sword, could be Snake Eyes. So yeah, there's that, and there's who could that be? And let's see, and finally, I think this goes with one of those. It's a little, yeah. It's a little jet ski on a trailer. That's very it's very vacation like. Yeah, so there. Thank you very much for those. I am keeping these together, and I'm being very careful not to lose or break anything. So I think that's that box. Is that everything? Yes. Okay, awesome. Thank you very much to Diosoth who sent that. This is package number 2, open last. It specifically says open last. Hello, Tony. Nice to be there. Nice to see you there. Thank you for being here. Yeah, you need to leave each other's stick alone. Yes, I know. This is, you know, this is what gets me in trouble. You know, that's why I have a rap sheet. I accosted people and stole their shtick. This says, what? Let me read it first. Okay, this should be fine. Okay. It says, hello HCC788. Hopefully this second package will arrive in time for the October unboxing video. It's here. Thank you very much. And hello Jeff Jones. Thank you very much for being here. It says, I have a question that will benefit from your professional experience. Tomax and Zaymot have taken someone to court as part of a Cobra plot. They are representing themselves. The other party hires Saul Goodman. Who do you bet on to win? Well, if they're representing themselves, they have a fool for a client. So I'm gonna go with Saul. That's you know what, I feel confident in that choice. I'm going with Saul. The twins, they should have hired you know, Johnny Cochran or something. Generally, when somebody says, I'm representing myself, not too many good things happen. So, yeah. Under that scenario, I think, I feel good. Yes, yeah, see, if they had hired Perry Mason, he always wins. So I'm keeping letters, thank you. This is another one for my daughter. Oh, and hey, we got food. We got peanut butter crackers. I actually really like these. So thank you. Thank you for the snacks. And let's see here. Okay, this will be for my kiddo. I'm trying to open it away from the microphone so it doesn't, the rattling of the plastic doesn't overpower the audio. Matlock. Hey, now that would be a good contest. Perry Mason versus Matlock. Who wins? There we go. Let's see. This is it's Ghostbusters. Yeah, and it's got the figure stand as well. But yeah, isn't this Janine from Ghostbusters? Or am I mispronouncing her name? But that is, she does like Ghostbusters. She really liked Ghostbusters Afterlife, the recent movie. She really dug that movie. So yeah, she'll get a kick out of it. This is kind of nice. That proton pack is not too bad. It's colorful too. It's purple. It's coming out more blue on the camera, but it's purple. I like that color. I like that color. Hello, Zim Man. Nice to see you there. And anybody else who snuck in that I haven't said hello to, how do you do? So thank you for that. Let me put this with the others. I got an idea. I can use this box to make sure I don't lose stuff. Oh, and there's a slime. It comes with a Slimer. It comes with a Slimer. It's an adorable Slimer. That's great. That's great. I am determined to not lose any of this stuff. Okay. But if you go through all the trouble to send something, and if I handle it carelessly and lose it, then that's just terrible. I would feel very bad about that. So I'm trying to be careful. And I do need some extra bladed help here to open this one. Here we go. Okay. And we have... Okay, so this just tells me who it is and to look up videos for how to transform it. So yeah, this is another third party. And it's another Mike Irizarry in disguise. That is... Oh, well, it popped off a little bit. But this is kind of a cool train thing. It reminds me of Astro Train, and I assume that's kind of what they're going for. But it does tell me that I will have to look up videos on how to transform it. But this is hefty. It's not quite as hefty as the oversized pistol here. It's not quite this hefty, but you know, it's got some weight to it. So Diosaw, thank you very much for this. It is very kind of you, and you've been very supportive of the show for quite some time. So thank you for that, and my daughter thanks you as well. I think she will very much appreciate that. I will now move on to this box, and this box is from Brandon Knight. Brandon is another longtime supporter of the channel. Thank you very much, Brandon. Brandon has sent stuff in the past. And yeah, has supported the channel for a long time. So we very much appreciate Brandon. And in this box is this... Oh, it's a card. It's a card. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, it's got a lot of writing. I gotta read it. Talk amongst yourselves for just a minute here. I gotta read the card. Oh, it says I can read it out loud. Okay. Let's see. It says, how are you doing? Glad to see you're making more toy reviews of G.I. Joe and keeping the true live stream, Tuesday live stream alive and going. Are you still going to keep doing the G.I. Joe comic book reviews? You do a great job on those. Sorry I haven't been around lately. I have been busy with my new job. That's my issue. I have also been busy with my new job, and that's the challenge right now. So I understand and I sympathize. Barbecue for 2 days for my job. I cook barbecue pork ribs and New York ribeye top sirloin steaks. Why? Send me some of those. That sounds fantastic. Best cook in town. That definitely send me some of those then. Lately into a new hobby, buy and build Gundam models. It's a fun hobby, all the different looks and colors. I have built 26 in the last 3 months. Since I get good deals, I thought I'd get you one, something new and different. As we challenge our minds and skills, welcome to Gunblah! Keep up the great work. You're a Joe Pal, Brandon Knight, PSIP Freely. IP Freely. Anyway, thank you for this. This lovely card, Brandon. And in yonder box, we have, let's see, what order should I do this in? I'm going to do it like this. We have, in the box, we have another box. And we have this. And now this is intriguing to me. I have never done this before. I did used to build like airplane models as a kid. Hey, if I get the reflection just right, you can read your own message in the reflection on the box. I did build like fighter airplane models when I was a kid, but I'm very intrigued about this. This is something that is new to me. Included was I think this is a sticker, and this is an I don't know what. Oh, this is like a this is looks like maybe a catalog, and it says latest news, and then a tool set. And this is really great because this has multiple uses. This I can already see this has, I don't want to see, I'm trying not to lose anything, but it has nippers, it has an X-Acto knife, that is not an X-Acto knife, it has, it is, there's the blade, and it has like different tools for assembling these models. That's really cool. Thank you, Brandon, and thank you so much. Is that the newer one? I have no idea. That's a good question, Matt. I haven't the slightest idea. It's that one. It's that one right there. So this is cool. So this gives me some something to do, something to build, something creative. And to be truthful, I haven't had anything all that creative to do lately. I had been. Oh, I gotta put these back. I had been drawing, doing sketches and stuff, but I haven't done a whole lot of that lately. So I have. I'm just one of these people that I've got to have some kind of creative activity going. I've got to be doing something creative. And I haven't had that, so it's really nice and thoughtful to send something that I can put together and create. Based on the original RX-72 Gundam from the 1970 series, life-size version is featured on an amusement park in Japan. Now I was aware of the life-size one. I've seen pictures of that. That's amazing. That concludes our P.O. Box unboxing segment of the show. Thank you for being here for that. Thanks for being here. Hello, Zim Man. How do you do? Entry-grade RX-78 is, as the name implies, as entry level as it gets. I heard nothing but good things about it. That's good. That's great, because I am entry level, very much indeed. So what I'll do now, we're not done opening things. I know how you like opening things. You know, I know this about you. Hello, Rich. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Pats play me Wayward Browns this weekend. Good luck. We're going to need it. Well, we'll need it too. We're struggling a little bit this year. But hey, we did all right last week, or this past weekend. But of course, if we couldn't beat the Lions, we'd indeed be in very big trouble this year. If we couldn't beat the Lions, we're in big trouble. Speaking of the Pats, I shall now open this cheapo starting lineup. So hello Explorizo, nice to see you there. Thanks for being here. Better late than never. So these starting lineup, they did baseball, they did basketball, they did American football, and they're not great. They're very cheaply made, and for the most part, yeah, the Chiefs eked one out. They just barely got it going on Monday night. They did win, though. It still counts. These were very popular for a time. Very popular for a time. But you can find these in antique stores and retail shops for nothing. There are some, like the earlier series are worth something. They are kind of collectible, but these later series, you can pick up. They may pay you to take them. That's how cheap they are. They may pay you to take them. Yes, this toy goes to 11. It does, in fact, go to 11. So this is a Drew Bledsoe, and I got this, actually, this is the second one. Actually, technically, this is the third one that I got, because I'm putting together a Pat's collection. But I was going to put the helmet on our friend Bazooka here, since he is wearing the old-style Steve Grogan jersey, the old number 14. This is a vintage toy, and I'm going to cut it open right now. Speaking of toys, recently been to a lot, and there's a lot of vintage Joe and Star Wars figures. That is great. I rarely run into vintage Joe and Star Wars stuff in my area, except at the Vintage Toy Mall, because it specializes in vintage toys. But at most antique shops, I have not found a lot of vintage Joe stuff. And on the rare occasion that I do find them, it's almost always stuff I already have. So I end up not getting it anyway. Starting lineups came from G.I. Joe. This was I think this was Kenner, wasn't it? Yeah, it's Kenner. But by 1996, Hasbro owned Kenner. All right, so I'm opening Drew Bledsoe here. For those of you who don't know or don't care, let's be honest, that's most of you. Are the starting lineup guys articulated? It's funny you should ask. We will get to that in a moment. The answer is sort of. So for those of you who don't know or don't care, Drew Bledsoe was the quarterback for the New England Patriots before Tom Brady. Drew Bledsoe was injured, and Tom Brady took over. He wasn't just injured; he almost died. He got hit and had internal bleeding. He almost died, but he didn't die. He survived. But then Brady played very well, and he never got his job back with New England. So you ask about articulation. Let's see. His head, you can turn his head. His arms at the shoulder, you can move, but the problem with doing that is that this figure is in a running pose. So if you move his arms, then he doesn't look right. So I could move his arms like I don't know, like that, but it doesn't. Well, actually, that's not too bad. But you can move them, but he's really designed to stick in this pose. And that likeness there of Drew. So this is the Hasbro Selfie series version of Drew Brees' face. It's not that close. It's if you squint, you can sort of see his face there. But they used the same body for multiple figures. They just paint a different uniform on them. And this is it's plastic. It's not like solid. It's not like I don't know, metal or any kind of awesome solid figure. It's just plain plastic. It's not exceptionally well sculpted. It's not exceptionally well painted. It's cheap. It's cheap. But the reason I got this, other than to pay homage to Drew Bledsoe, who did a lot for that franchise for a lot of years, to honor number 11, but also for this right here. Now the figure itself is not in G.I. Joe scale. The figure itself is taller, if I can kind of get. So he's significantly taller than Bazooka here, but because nothing is in the right proportion. Yes, codename New2 Vera 2 is correct. Yes, about yeah, hey, that's a good idea. I could get some wine from Drew Brees' wine. I should do, and I don't drink anymore, but I might make an exception for that for Bledsoe. But anyway, so the helmet though will more or less fit on Bazooka. Now somebody put a Chicago Bears a Chicago Bears helmet on the fridge, and that works pretty well. It's a little loose, but it's close. It's close to the same size, but it's a little bit loose. It's the right team, but it's the wrong helmet. With this jersey, yes, cheapness. That's the hallmark. It's cheap. It's the right team, but it's the wrong helmet. They changed the logo and their uniforms in the early 90s, but this red jersey is from earlier than that. So the helmet should be the old Pat Patriot helmet. It's the Pat Patriot on a white helmet. They did make those. They did make those for starting lineup in the earlier series. The earlier series, though, are expensive. And I'm not quite willing to shell out good money for a starting lineup figure just to get a helmet that will sometimes be on my Bazooka figure. I'm not quite ready to make that investment. But anyway, so I just wanted to show you guys this. It's I guess a more complete Bazooka. With his flying Elvis helmet. So there's that. I did get that for myself. It came with these cards and it had the statistics on them. And yeah, it's got, so Bledsoe was drafted and started in 1993. And his stats for his first year, not that great. Not that great. He got better. He got better, but his stats for his first year, not great. Not great. He got better, though. He did get better. He got much better. So there's that. There's Drew. Drew's going to stay over here for now in his running pose. These things are so cheap. These things are so cheap. These things are so cheap. I'm not at all surprised that it was a fad that faded out. These are like, it's got like flex and bend in it. It's not even like high quality plastic. These are so cheap. Anyways, hang over. Try not to get hit by a New York jet and get a career altering injury over there. Drew, just stay there for a second. Now, next. Well, I've got Lady J here, but before I get to Lady J, I think I want to go ahead and open the Cobra Officer. This is not new. Hello, Payne's Toys Samples. How do you do? Nice to see you. Hello, Keldon. Thank you for being here. Him, along with Bill Parcells, lost the Super Bowl to the Favre Packers. Yeah, that is true. That is true. There was the distraction of Parcells wanting to go to a different team, and it was... well, they did better than they did in the Super Bowl against the Bears. They completely crapped the bed on that. But anyway, this is new to me, but this is not a new figure. This is the Cobra Officer, and I did open this earlier, but I wanted to open this for you guys because I haven't yet. Hello, Terrence. Nice to see you there. Anyone out there have a spare Cobra Raven front landing gear? I do not. I wish I did. If I did, I'd help out, but I don't have one. Yeah, the Officer sculpt, and if I had thought about it and actually done some show prep, I would have the Cobra Trooper handy to compare and contrast. But let's pull him out of his plastic coffin here for a moment. Hey, it's Dagon. How do you do? And yeah, how do you do? Nice to see you. And there are a couple like tiny pieces, but there's some elements of the some aspects of the accessory storage that I don't quite get, and that's why I need to watch somebody else's review on it. I got this Saturday, and I've only really looked at it once, and I do try to know what I'm talking about before I review something, but I just haven't had a chance to really dig into this. Let's see. No toy podcast today. We didn't put a Cobra officer in the top 10, but it looks cool. Yeah. And I don't know that it would be necessarily in the top 10, but I do like it. It's a really good counterpart to the Cobra Trooper. In fact, I know I have a Cobra Trooper up here somewhere. Hang on one second. Yeah. Okay. So here's the Cobra Trooper, and like the vintage figures, the trooper and the officer are very similar, but not the same. So let's put his helmet on. Let's put my glasses on because I can't see anything. Here we go. Let's see. So there's his helmet, and he has the chevron on his helmet, like, let me put it on a little better, like the vintage figure. So yeah, he already feels like the classic Cobra officer. He has this holster thing. This is one of the problems I have. Now the holster fits fine and it actually works fine, right? It fits on his back like that, and his AK-47 will fit in it like that. Now that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's okay. The problem that I have is that I want him to have his AK-47 in his hand. It comes with removable magazines. So, and it's not actually an AK-47. It's similar to, it's like a modernized version, but with some of the, a similar profile. So, but it does have a removable magazine, and that's nice. I actually really like that. But my problem is I want him to hold this. I want him to have this in his hand, like so. If I can get it. I'm trying to keep him on camera too. Sorry. So yeah, I want him to hold his signature assault rifle. And he also comes... Oh, I should add, he's got this laser sight, and the laser sight fits... yeah, this little laser spotter fits on the AK-47, okay? So that's fine. That actually fits pretty well. Fits fairly securely. He's got a knife that goes in his sheath here on the side, this little dagger thing here. He's got a pistol that's like an old Mauser broom handle, kind of like what you would expect to come with Destro, but he's got a Mauser broom handle pistol with a fat barrel. So that can go in his holster. Nice, we're fine so far. In addition to that, there. He includes this submachine gun or assault rifle, whatever it is, that has this magazine, and this magazine can fit in the side slot. Hold on. There we go. Oh man, it fit more easily last time I put it in. Well, it helps if I put it in correctly. If I put the fat end in, it doesn't work. But anyway, so this has like a side magazine for this submachine gun, and that's also fine. We're okay so far. We're okay so far. Yeah, see, he's not tall enough. He's not. Let me see if I can. No, you can just barely see the top of his head. Can I? Well, hold on. No, wait. I got an idea. I got a plan. This is a great plan. I think this is the best plan I've ever had. So, all right. So there's that. Now, my problem is, if I'm going to holster anything, I want to holster this. Not that. I want to holster this. So I want this to fit in this holster so I can put this on his back. And if this is supposed to fit in here, I haven't been able to do it. Okay? So how is this supposed to work? Am I doing it wrong? Am I doing it wrong? You can pull this out, and on his belt, he has a slot right here, and that slot sort of, I emphasize, sort of fits one of the magazines. So you can slide a mag in there. So so he's got a magazine in his belt. Fine so far. Fine so far. He's gonna fall. He's gonna fall. Stand. This is a drunk officer. So you can take the magazine out of this thing, but bless me, it does not fit in here. If you press too much, then it bends the sights, like the front sight there. It'll bend if you press it too much in there. So it doesn't seem like this is meant to fit in there, but that's the one I want to fit in there. That's where I want it to go. So yeah, I've got to look into this. Another thing that's a little bit confusing. On his belt, he has this little loop here. It's round, and it looks like it would fit. It looks like it would fit this little laser sight that fits on the AK, but it doesn't really. I mean, you can sort of squeeze the end of it in there, kind of, but like that doesn't work. So I'm perplexed. So yeah, I've got to look at this. I do like the figure. Actually, I like the figure quite a bit. I think this is a really nice looking officer. For those who are fans of the vintage officer, I mean, this ticks all the boxes. He's got the sculpted on, not just painted on, Cobra sigil on the chest in silver. He's got the gray shoulder pads on the straps. He's got the classic Cobra blue. He looks good. I'm just a little confused about the accessories, and it may not be them. It may be me. I'm just maybe too dumb to figure out how they work. But for now, I'm gonna carefully put these in this box, and I will put him away later. But we've got tiny pieces here, and I don't want to lose them. So there's that. I wanted to show that because I just got it. I wanted you to see it. And now I would like to open the Lady J here. So this is the retro Lady J on the retro card. I have the standard, and I apologize, when I have stuff up like this, it's hard for me to read the live chat. Sorry about that. So I want to compare and contrast the retro Lady J with the retro Lady J with the retail Lady J. That's hard to say. And hello, Kevin. Nice to see you. Anybody else who snuck in that I didn't say hi to, hello. Thank you for being here. So yeah, I'm going to open this. Now, the main selling point for the retro figures is the card back. It's got the retro style card back. It's sort of like the Hector Garrido painting a little bit. And I like the graphic design student in me is saying, why is she cut off at the ankles? But I digress. So we're going to open this. I'm actually going to open this right now. And this will be almost wrapping up. We still got to do this. See, I started half an hour early to do a half hour longer show And we have filled that time. So yeah, unfortunately with the retro style cards, you have to actually cut them off. One thing I do like about the classified series is that you can easily rebox them. You do have to cut the tape, but you can rebox everything, and it's nice. It's nice. So let's see. Joe Fan says, I don't really care for the retro stuff. Well, so far this is the second one that I've looked at. I did like the Baroness retro. Actually, the Baroness retro figure is right over there. I can see it. I did like that one. I liked the one with the coil motorcycle better. But, I mean, it's hard to go wrong with the Baroness. It's a really good design for the Baroness. It's hard to make that one look bad. That one was pretty good. But let's look at Lady J. Let's look at Lady J. Let's pop the figure out first. Here is the figure in the plastic. Now, as they go to plastic-less packaging, I assume that they will have to change the retro style. So here is an intriguing thing. So this one has the removable hat with the hair that comes off. Now, the reason the standard retail issue Lady J had that is because you could replace the hair with hair that did not have the hat. This doesn't have the other hair piece, so that is an interesting choice. Let's see if she'll stand here for a second. Maybe, barely. This is very unstable. That's very unstable. But let me see. Let's now the accessories are very reminiscent of the 1985 vintage figure, which is nice. That's the whole idea, right? Let's see. I'm trying to remove the tape. I'd rather not cut it if I can not cut it. Okay. So she's got her javelin. She's got her vintage style backpack and her... Oh, that one's... There we go. And her 80s style... Oh, she fell. She hit her head. She's concussed. You got to start the concussion protocol. Stand up. See, and now I'm accidentally clicking things. So that is not going to stay, is it? Well, she has a stand. Why am I doing this the hard way? Here is another bonus, though, of the retro figures that they have stands. I do like that. Wish that were standard issue with classified figures, but you know, whatever. So she has a stand. Let's put her on said stand. Oh my god, she broke an ankle. There. And there. Okay, so now let's see if she can stand up. Hold on. Now stand. Solid as a rock. Solid as a rock. Alright, so accessories. She has a knife. A little knife, and that appears to go right here in the belt. Lovely. She has a spear. And she has like this... or javelin, whatever. And she has this javelin launcher. And if you put them together, this actually looks a lot like the vintage accessory. The vintage accessory was similar to this, but it was all one piece. This has where the javelin actually can be removed. So that's nice. The retail figure had a similar deal. So there's that. And then there is this alternate spearhead. So you can, at least I think, remove this spearhead and put this one on. It's like maybe an explosive spearhead or whatever. It makes me nervous, though, to pop these on and off because I feel like I'm gonna break the little nib there. So there's that. Let's see. Let's just put the accessories together, and then I'll take the other one out of the package, and we'll take a look at it. Let's sling the. Let's see where we're gonna put the. Yeah, we'll just put the camcorder over the shoulder. Oh wait, is there a? Oh, there isn't. Now that's interesting. So on the retail figure, there is a cavity on the inside of the backpack to put extra stuff. There is not on this one. So, yeah, and I don't see anywhere else to put it. So there's an extra piece here. I don't know what to do with this, and that's always a pet peeve of mine when there are loose bits. Loose bits will get lost and forever be gone. So now I am trying to put this grip in her hand. Is this the same? It is the same as the retail figure, but I don't remember having this much trouble with the retail figure. What's going on here? Hang on a second. Hold the phone. No, it doesn't go that way. Okay, I got it. Okay, so there's her javelin launcher. And I am immediately going to put this somewhere because it's going to get lost. I'm going to have Drew Bledsoe watch this for me. Drew, you keep an eye on that. So let's put this side by side with the retail Lady J. And the retail figure, I'm not going to take all the accessories out because there are too many. But like, look at this backpack. On the back side of it, there's stuff on the inside. So you can... That's always freaky. So you can store things and you don't have extra bits lying around. So let's put, for comparison's sake, let's put the hat on the standard one so we can be comparing apples to apples here. There we go. And let's see, the knife fell out, so I'm going to go ahead and put the knife in the sheath on the belt. And that's enough. Okay, so there's that. Here they are side by side. The standard issue figure has updated colors. It's a darker green. She's got multicolor panels on the uniform. I think this looks good. I think the standard retail Lady J looks pretty good. The retro Lady J is in a lighter green. That's similar to the 85 figure. So it looks more like version 1, including a black cap with the jump wings on them, and the light gray javelin gun. So this is very much more inspired by the vintage figure. This one is updated. This one has just a few tweaks that modernize it a little bit, and I like it. I like the tweaks that modernize it a little bit. I think this looks pretty good, although she's posed a little awkwardly right now. I think this is a decent looking figure. But if first of all, if you're a completist, of course you got to get everything. But if you're looking for a Lady J that is more like the vintage figure, the retro figure is the way to go. Now this one, she has, she's wearing, I think they put it as like 80s style makeup. She's a bit more made up than the standard retail figure. That's a matter of preference, I suppose. But anyway, so there's Lady J. I wanted to share that with you since I just got it. I'm going to set both Lady J's over here because we have one more thing. It's already 8 o'clock. I know. And I got to wrap it up here in a minute, but we've got to open our blind box here. I got to open a blind box here, okay? Last time, we did not get a G.I. Joe figure. We got a Ninja Turtle. We got Donatello. Diana said, okay, don't feel comfy with a woman dressed for battle and all that makeup. But yeah, I'm with you there. I think that makes sense to me. What you're saying makes sense to me, and I think I'm with you on that. But given that, I know some collectors are gonna be interested in a more vintage inspired figure, but just aesthetically, I think I like this one. Oh, thank you, Robert, for the super chat. Hey, sir, I hope all is well. Blew my Achilles out. Yikes. July playing basketball, but I can walk now. Well, good. Hope you're feeling better. Looking at my toy room, with so many boxes to open. well, get to them, because we've opened a whole lot here. You got to catch up. I'm glad you're doing better. I'm sorry it hurt your ankle. That's playing basketball for the NBA, no doubt. So let's open this blind box, and let's see if this time we get a G.I. Joe figure. I think our future depends on this. If we get a G.I. Joe figure, any G.I. Joe figure, I'd say that's lucky. I'd say that means the rest of our week will be lucky. If we get a non-G.I. Joe figure, well, just watch your back, in fact, you might as well just stay home for a while, because, it's just bad luck. But I feel lucky. Yeah, yeah, this feels good. All right, ready? Let's see if we get I think there's still a conversation about Lady J's makeup, and I think that's a fair conversation. I do not discourage that conversation. Let's find out, though, how lucky we are. As last time, we have this really huge catalog with a bunch of stuff that I do not care about. I'll be totally honest with you. I don't care. But we've got the bag inside the blind box. I feel good about it. I wish I had scissors, but I don't. I have a knife. So let's try to open this without damaging it. All right. How lucky do you feel? This is our last activity of the night. The last activity of the night. Will we be lucky and get a G.I. Joe, or will we be unlucky and it would be unwise to play the lottery this week? We got, oh my gosh, we got another Ninja Turtle. This time, it's Michelangelo. We got a Michelangelo this time. Well, I won't be sending this to Chris. He collects Donatellos. I will say, however, Michelangelo was my favorite turtle as a young person. If I had to pick one, I usually picked the Michelangelo. So, yeah, unfortunately, all of our... Oh, thank you, Dave, for the super chat. I should make a raffle for the ones you don't... That's not a bad idea. I'll think about that. Thank you, Dave. And thank you for the super chat. So that's it. I've got to wrap up. I really actually do have to wrap up because my voice is starting to give out. But I wanted to say thank you. Thank you for everyone. Thank you to everyone for being here. Thank you for being here for a little extra time. Thank you for hanging out, catching the news with me, and opening stuff. Thank you to everyone who sent stuff. Thank you to everyone who, even if you don't send anything, I'm still just very happy that you're here. And thanks. It's been a really pleasant Thursday night. I am going to wrap it up, and I will say good evening, and we will do this again next week. And until then, I will say see you later. I almost forgot, fellow babies. Booger!